ਸੋ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਹੈਲਥ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ। ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਐਲਨ ਗਲੈਸਰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਫਾਰਮਾਸਿਸਟ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ UBC ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਇਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਬ੍ਰੇਨ ਦੀ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨਿੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ-ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ। ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਕਈ ਥਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੀ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਣਾ ਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਇਨਫ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਪਲੀਮੈਂਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੈਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬ੍ਰੇਨ ਦੀ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨਿੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਐਲਨ ਗਲੈਸਰ ਦਾ। Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Harpreet.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you because we gain a lot from your experience of over 4 decades. So today we would like to know from you, Alan, brain functioning is very essential for our better life. But today, we are so busy and mind is preoccupied with so many things. We find that the mind starts forgetting. Your brain power is not as strong as it was earlier or as you age. So tell us, or take us on this path, where we can optimize our brain functioning and what foods we should have and what kind of supplements can help us.
Well, thank you. So it's actually a very interesting topic. We know that one of the things is as we age, we actually get smarter. When they've done tests, when you're in your 20s to now in your, say, 50s, you can actually get smarter because you now have more experience.
Right.
So when you do these IQ tests, because of your experience and knowledge, you do gain some wisdom.
Right.
So you're actually smarter. What happens though, sometimes as we age, due to lack of blood flow to the area, because we can get obviously diseases that affect the flow of blood flow and oxygen to the brain, because you get blockages in these arteries. We want to avoid that. Okay, so that's why the doctors monitor your cholesterol and could give you cholesterol drugs. They want to reduce any blockages. So that's the drug part of it. Now the other thing that happens, of course, is it comes down to energy. Every cell in your body has little energy producing cells.
Right.
And when they don't work properly, could be because of diet. Again, what's the best kind of diet we should have? The number one thing that hurts us in North America is sugar and carbohydrates.
Okay.
It's really, so everybody knows what sugar is, but what's a carb? Well, a carb is like flour. A carb is starch, right? Potatoes, rice.
Right.
When we get too much of that in our diet, then we start to store fat, which we always notice as people being overweight. And in North America, that's a huge disease because the other thing that happens when you store fat is you get diabetes, which is sugar in the blood. And when you get too much sugar in the blood, it actually blocks the flow of blood in the tiny blood vessels. So you actually reduce the amount of oxygen that the cells get.
Right.
So to me, the number one thing that we can do to help ourselves is, reduce the weight.
Right.
And that usually means avoid carbohydrates or reduce them, right, totally, so that you start to shrink back to maybe when you were a teenager and you were thin. That's something that's really going to help. But what you need to do instead then, if you want energy, the best form of energy is going to come from our good oils.
Right.
And one of the best oils is coconut oil. Okay, that's a great oil.
Right.
So if you're going to reduce your carbohydrates, which is your flour, your naan bread, and potatoes and rice, you can get energy from good fats, of which coconut oil is a great fat. That's just an aside. So if you are now in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and you feel your brain is kind of got a fog to it, you're not energetic, the one thing that you can take that I've seen very effective is, again, enzyme CoQ10, and this other enzyme called N-acetylcarnitine.
Okay.
These are two essential enzymes that's in every cell of our body, but now there's less of it as you've aged.
Okay.
So we can't ask our body to make more. So you take it, by mouth to give yourself all this energy.
Right.
And usually people will find literally in 3 or 4 days that brain fog that didn't allow them to think clearly or increase their forgetfulness starts to go away. At the same time, if memory is an issue, then we have a product called homotaurine, which is a naturally occurring supplement that's already in our brains. But as we age, there's less of it again. So when you take it externally, you find that your brain works better. Now, I had a gentleman come into Mark's Pharmacy, 80th and 120th Street in Delta, and he told me that He was in his late 60s. He was still working in a warehouse, and
Right.
he'd just forget where he left his coffee cup.
Okay.
So he was so, it's a giant warehouse, 20,000 square feet.
Right.
And then he'd go up and down the aisle, and he'd put his cup down and do whatever, and he couldn't remember where his coffee cup was.
Right.
Well, he started taking this supplement, and he told me that within the first month, all of a sudden, he remembered his coffee cup.
So it's because of the depletion of the enzymes in the brain. That is what you are saying, or in our cells, not in the brain, in the cells.
In the cells,
Right.
especially, and the brain is full of these chemical energy producing cells.
Right.
So every cell produces energy inside our cells,
Right.
but the brain has more of them.
Okay.
Like literally hundreds, if they're called mitochondria.
Right.
And if they don't function right, the rest of the cell won't function.
Right.
It's like if the electricity isn't here, we won't be on TV.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you need to give your brain energy, and these things help produce more energy.
Right.
It's called ATP. It's a chemical energy
Right.
on our brain cells, and this one is essential to help make new memory.
Thank you very much for this information.
Thank you.
ਅੱਜ ਐਲਨ ਗਲੇਸਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬ੍ਰੇਨ ਪਾਵਰ ਨੂੰ ਬੂਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਘਟਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੈ? ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਏਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੀ ਯਾਦਦਾਸ਼ਤ ਘਟ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਪਲੀਮੈਂਟਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ। ਨੈਚੁਰਲੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੈਲਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਐਨਜ਼ਾਈਮਸ, ਪਰ ਜਿਉਂ-ਜਿਉਂ ਉਮਰ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਸ਼ਮਤਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸੈਲਸ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਐਨਜ਼ਾਈਮਸ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਘਟੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਪਲੀਮੈਂਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ 3-4 ਸਪਲੀਮੈਂਟਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਐਨਜ਼ਾਈਮਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਰੈਗੂਲਰਲੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੈਮਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਬੂਸਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪਰ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਕੋਨਟ ਆਇਲ ਜੋ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬ੍ਰੇਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨੀ, ਹੈਲਦੀ ਫੂਡ ਖਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਫ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਚੰਗੀ ਰੱਖਣੀ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਪਰ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਵੇਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੱਧ ਵੇਟ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਅਤੇ ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਲਾਈਫ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਚੰਗੀ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਚ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ, ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਨੇ ਹਾਂ। ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਮਾਰਕਸ ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ 120 ਸਟਰੀਟ ਅਤੇ 80 ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਤੇ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕੰਸਲਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲੀ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।